Trump wants to abolish the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA. FEMA, as you may know, is part of the Department of Homeland Security. FEMA still exists because ICE still exists, which means every high-ranking official that works for DHS is busy ducking for cover and lying, sometimes simultaneously. No time to get rid of FEMA while you're busy dodging bullets from the commander-in-chief. Still, Trump denies disaster requests from states that experience true emergencies, even when the disasters are major disasters, especially if those disasters take place in states with Democratic governors. Is this not responding to disasters, some sort of symbolic synchronicity in which the nation does not respond to the disaster that is Trump? Well, of course it is. Per Politico, here is a typical Democratic response to the Trump administration. Senator Patty Murray of Washington, the top Democrat on the Appropriations Committee, said, "Never in my lifetime has a president treated disaster relief as a political cudgel." Never in your lifetime, eh, Patty? How about never in anyone's lifetime? How about that? You just keep right on being surprised while the United States of America collapses. Do you think you can pull that off, top Democrat on the Appropriations Committee? It takes Trump about 80 days on average to respond to a disaster request from a Democratic-led state, more than 2 months. But it takes him 39 days on average to respond to a disaster request from a Republican-led state. That's half what it takes for a Democratic-led state. But it's still 39 days. How's that for a timely response to an emergency? Back when Bush the First was president, in the pre-technology days, he was able to respond to disaster requests in 10 to 15 days, at least 4 times faster. Maybe that's what you get when you elect a president who favors fossil fuels because he actually is a fossil. Maybe when you elect someone from the Ice Age, you're going to get a glacial pace of responses to disaster requests. But here's what you really get. The U.S. already has higher death rates for every leading cause of death than any comparable nation, especially preventable deaths. The United States already lost more people per capita during the pandemic than any other Western nation. Now we are setting ourselves up to lose more of our own citizens to emergencies and natural disasters than any other developed nation, especially if Trump succeeds in cutting or eliminating federal spending on disaster response the way he wants to.